Good evening. Welcome to the Stephen Knight Show. Welcome back. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. Tonight we have a wonderful group of ladies. They actually formed this group during COVID to kind of help each other cope with everything. And it ended up being something that's worldwide, that women come together and kind of share different topics and things and really just support each other. They're called the Ladies First Chit Chat Crew. So it was supposed to be initially a one segment interview, but it was so impactful and I just enjoyed them. So we made it a two-part. So next week we'll air part two, but tonight you'll hear part one and we'll find out more about them and if how you want to join. And it's not only for ladies. So definitely check us out later on in the show. Black History Month. So the person we're recognizing today is Ruth Carol Taylor. Now she was a journalist and nurse, and she became the first African-American air flight attendant in the United States for Mohawk Airlines in 1957. So apparently they used to just hire people off of their looks, for the, they called them at the time stewardesses, attractive in height and weight, conformity. And so she wanted to become the first Black stewardess, and she applied for Trans World Airline, but was rejected. She filed a complaint, and Mohawk Airlines at the time was expressing interest in trying to hire minorities flight attendants. And apparently they had over 800 Black applicants, and she was hired in December of 1957. And her first flight was February 11th, 1958. She really didn't want to become a flight attendant, but she wanted to break that barrier. So that's what she did. She got married, and she got married soon after that and was forced to quit because they didn't allow the flight attendants to be married at that time, to be single. And so she ended up moving to the Bahamas. She got with her husband. And then in 1977, she moved back to New York, where she was from, and she founded the Interracial Harmony, which developed a test to measure racist attitudes known as the Racism Quota. And in 2008, 50 years after her historic flight that broke the color barrier for the airline attendants in America, Taylor's accomplishment was formally recognized by the New York State Assembly. So kudos to her, shout out to her. These are people that we need to know more about in our history. And again, we post on our Instagram all the time, each day, especially Black History Month, people we want to celebrate. So that's that. And don't forget, we're all over social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, of course, our official website, StephenKnightShow.com. You can buy your merch, learn more about us. And we shout out to our YouTube subscribers. It's definitely going up. We appreciate you. Comment, subscribe, let us know what you think. All right. So, my people, how y'all feeling?
It's Monday.
Yeah. I see our Valentine's Day balloons in the back. Has it been good so far?
My behind-the-scenes producer. I can only accredit him to that. I'm literally just getting in the house, and this is what I came home to. So I have the hat on. All I can do is throw a lip on, y'all. I'm sorry.
You're doing great, as always. As always. Chica, how's your day been so far?
My day's been A-okay. I'm all right. Happy Valentine's Day to y'all.
Absolutely. And Nair, he's taking some time off. He has a new son, and he got married a couple years ago. So there's a lot of transition going on. And so he's going to take a few weeks just to bring it on in. And then he's going to join us back with Hot Topics. All right. Speaking of Hot Topics, first of all, let's talk about the question of the day. And that is, are you a night owl or an early bird? Lania.
Definitely a night owl, an insomnia owl, a wide awake owl, all kinds of just up for no random reason owl.
Right. What about you, Chica?
I think at times I can be a little bit of both. There's points in time where I stay up really late, and then there's other times when I'm up. Why am I up so early? For what? Why for? For why?
Yeah. I am a night owl by design, but some days if I go into the office, I go to the gym in the morning. I used to think I could never go work out in the mornings, but I'll get up at 5:25 and go to the gym. I never thought I could do that and do it effectively, but I do it. So I can do it if I have to, but I prefer to stay up because I can literally just stay up all hours of the night and like, why am I up? Like you said, why are you up in the morning? I'm like, well, I'm up at night.
Right.
Yes, exactly. Well, tweet us at home. Let us know, are you a night owl or early bird? All right, so everyone is talking about Super Bowl 56 halftime show. But it's interesting because, a lot of people were excited that Bruce Springsteen or the Rolling Stones, they kind of changed it up for the younger generation. But then we look at our performers. We had Dr. Dre, he's 56. Snoop Dogg, he's 50. Mary J. Blige, 51. Eminem, I didn't even know this, 49. And 56, 46. And the baby of the group, Kendrick Lamar, is 34. So it showed us a reminder for some people that Gen X and Gen Y generations are now old. I don't think they're old. They all killed it. But some of the highlights from the whole production, Super Bowl included, there was a thrilling late touchdown drive that gave the Rams 23-20 win over the Bengals. And Eminem, he took a knee at the Meadow Soprano driving the electric Chevy. And some other highlights. The game started out down 20-16. The Rams went on a 15-play drive capped by Matthew Stafford's 1-yard touchdown pass to the Super Bowl MVP Cooper Kupp for the go-ahead score with 1 minute and 25 seconds left. All right, advertisers shelled out $7 million for 30 seconds during the Super Bowl, and they used the time to try to entertain with humor, star power, and nostalgia. T-Mobile reunited Scrubs stars Zach Barth and Donald Faison, while Verizon reenacted the 1996 movie The Cable Guy to tout its high-speed 5G. As the rendition of Love Yourself ended, Eminem took a knee, and people thought it was to pay homage to Colin Kaepernick, who we all know took a knee to protest police brutality in the 2016 season. Now, it was said that the NFL told him he could not do that, and he did it anyway, but the NFL has denied those reports that they asked him not to do the gesture. Country singer Mickey Guyton, she's a Black country singer. She sang the Star Spangled Banner, national anthem, and she told the Associated Press that she earned the nickname Quickie Mickey for singing the song in a tight 1 minute and 30 seconds. But the day of the show, she actually sang it 1 minute 50 seconds, which is 15 seconds over the projected mark. But she did a beautiful job if you didn't hear it. And then Mary, they performed Lift Every Voice and Sing, which a lot of us refer to as the Black national anthem. And Jhené Aiko, she brought a novel combination of R&B and harp to her rendition of America the Beautiful. Start with you, Chike. Did you watch? What were your thoughts? And definitely talk about the halftime show.
No, and no. I didn't care. Sorry.
Not even a halftime show?
No, not really.
You can go on YouTube and watch it. I watched it again today. What were your thoughts?
So I was busy doing self-tapes yesterday evening. I saw snippets and I knew that it was going to be a good show.
Yeah.
I was rooting for Mary J. Blige, and to be honest, looking at my timeline, it was, according to everybody else, it was a Mary J. Blige concert with a football game. And it was like Mary J. Blige and guests, because everybody was rooting for Mary, for the show, being that one, she was the only woman. She held her own, and she has gone through so much. Yes. So for her to have that opportunity, and she held her own against some giants. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like she definitely wore her crown, the queen, last night. She wore it. And like Chike sent me a meme earlier that when she passed out, that's what I look like after I eat. But it based off of what I saw, everybody did an amazing job. Yeah. Especially Kendrick was amazing. I did see a snippet of his. He was amazing. Yeah. And I think that I saw an article where you know, it was saying that some Republicans were so upset that they no longer want to watch football because it was so black.
Yeah.
But, you know, it is what it is. Hope you enjoyed your show.
Well, it's interesting. I was watching someone, I can't remember who was interviewing. They said for so many years growing up, oh, it was Remy Ma. She was saying for many years she would watch Super Bowl and didn't even know the songs or who the artists were because they were always the same caliber of artists, many times white artists, which is fine, but it should be diverse, especially being in LA. You know, these artists have done big things, and shout out to Dr. Dre. He put the whole production together and killed it. I mean, it was amazing. Mary killed it. And, you know, her new album came out Friday, and I was reading some of the reviews by people online saying it wasn't good, so I had to turn it on, and I only listened to a few songs, so I was doing something. It sounded good to me, but she definitely killed the performance. And what do you think about Eminem taking the knee? I saw one of the activists and commentators, she said that he needs to explain why he's taking the knee, but she got some pushback for saying that. And she said, let me clarify, I'm not saying he shouldn't have, but explain why to people who are watching and don't know. I thought people would pick anything.
Why does he have to explain? He took it.
Right.
Like, he took the knee. I don't care why he took it. He took that moment.
Yep.
You know, he could have been praying. He could have took the knee in solidarity for Colin Kaepernick. It don't matter.
Right.
He took the knee. He was performing. It was, everybody did an awesome job. I know that everybody was clowning 50 Cent because, you know, him hanging upside down and, you know, him looking like, what he look like? He weighed like 200 pounds or something. So, you know, but it doesn't, people are always going to look for something
to say.
Complain, because I think somebody else has said, you know, here we go with, you know, don't be supporting, you know, a white person taking the knee. Didn't you just complain about us not having enough allies? If that's what it was for, I don't care what it was for.
Right.
I mean, I really don't. Like, I like Eminem anyway, so I really don't. Like, you know, he's always, you know, I've never seen Eminem, you know, talk crazy.
Nope.
Or be a part of, you know, like, he's always stayed true to, you know, you know, and when he was having his issues, who tore him up in the media? Wasn't us.
Right. And sometimes not just doing that gesture speaks more than you saying something. Especially, and we all know it's the NFL.
But to be an artist and have a platform, right? Isn't that why you have that platform? So you can speak out. He's utilizing his platform.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Because they were saying they were trying to make the even with the commercials and everything to be entertaining and not political. But from beginning of time, artists and athletes have always politicized, made their statements. You know what I mean? There was a one Olympian girl, she had high school track girl that had Black Lives Matter on her uniform and supposedly got backlash for that from school. It's just like, people are going to speak up. They have a voice and they live in this country and see what happens. But yeah, I thought the halftime show was amazing. It was amazing. All right, well, one of Lania's favorite topics. If you thought Kanye West's dislike for Pete Davidson wasn't clear before, he made it very clear on Sunday. Now, during a previous day, Kanye called his friend and collaborator Kid Cudi called him out for still being cool with Pete. On Sunday, Kanye started a series of posts addressing his friendship with Cudi and said, "I'm very community oriented. I love my friends. I love my family. The reason I asked Cudi to at least speak to Skate, I don't know what that is because for years, Cudi always made it seem like it was me and him against everyone. Now that I'm fighting for my family, he's not by my side. This is bigger than music." He shared an image of Cudi and added, "I would have never asked for the loyalty if it was never offered. And I found a cool picture because I love Cudi and always will, but Donda 2 is about running back in the burning house. I respect not everyone's going to be ready for the smoke." Kanye then slowly distracted his attention to Pete and said, "Look at this dickhead. I wonder if Instagram is going to shut down my page for a dissing Hillary Clinton's ex-boyfriend. His caption was accompanied by a paparazzi photo of his estranged wife and Pete as they were spotted holding hands. He continued to release a series of Instagram posts coming from Pete Davidson. And while Kanye expressed his disapproval for Kim's new boo, he made it clear that his account that it had not been hacked and that everything he posted was intentional. He even offered Pete's SNL co-star Michael Che double his salary just so he didn't have to look at Pete again. Mike responded to Kanye's post on his page. However, in the end, he did find time to leave social media and go to Super Bowl with his eldest children, North and Saint. He also, I noticed he was coming after Billie Eilish, the 19-year-old singer, because apparently she had a concert and she offered someone an inhaler or something. They were having some kind of asthma situation. And people thought that he was making fun of Travis Scott for what happened at his Afro Fest. But she said she wasn't. And he said she needs to apologize. We love you. But what you said was not right. And he even threatened to cancel his Coachella performance if she doesn't apologize. And she said, I literally was just helping out a fan. I didn't even mention Travis Scott. Linnea, what is Kanye? I mean, someone says he's off his meds. We know a new album's about to come, a great album. What are you thinking about this?
Steven does this to me on purpose because he knows I can't stand these people. What are you, 12?
Right.
Like, in this thing that people go directly to the internet to address someone is not being an adult.
Mm-mm.
I don't know, like, Kanye has his relationship with Kid Cudi, and Kid Cudi has relationships with other people.
Right.
So because you beefing with him, and maybe I feel that way sometimes too, I don't know. But no. You don't want to have an adult conversation. And I mean, what conversation could you really have? Because the person in the middle ain't got nothing to do with it. Like, both of y'all are my friends. Like, I have nothing to do with it. You know, I saw somebody put up a post that said, Black people, it said, people, please stop saying Kanye need a Black woman. We are not trying to save him. We don't want to save him.
Yeah.
We don't want him. We are not. So you know what Kanye needs? He needs therapy. He needs medication, and he needs some other things. I wish I would have screenshot that post.
Yeah.
Let Kanye be Kanye over there with them until they classify him and put him away.
GK, what are your thoughts on this? Because Kim has not really responded to him. She responded once when he was talking about their daughter being on TikTok, but she hasn't really commented on anything he said. I know she thinks she dodged a bullet by this divorce. What are your thoughts?
I feel like I'm watching like a bad coming of age high school movie.
Yep.
And it's not getting better. He's spiraling again.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that this breakup is sending him reeling into the abyss of insanity. And he needs to chill out. He needs to go somewhere for a year and just be quiet and chill, get himself together, go on a retreat, go visit the Dalai Lama, go to Tibet, the Tibetan monks, and just go chill for a minute. Take a vow of silence for 30 days. Nothing.
Right.
Ask Uncle where to go, because he knows. Ask him.
And he, he was dating that model. She did a recent interview, which no one really knew who she was until she started dating him. And she said that she doesn't mind when he said he wants his family back. That's his way of expressing, letting off steam or whatever. But it's been reported that they recently did break up. She had denied that they'd broken up, but apparently their publicists, whoever, their spokespeople came out and said they broke up. But I knew that was a rebound anyway. You know what I mean? He was spotted with that Kim lookalike last week at that party or whatever. It's like, okay.
Any woman he messes with right now is just something for him to do.
Yeah.
And it's for them on their end, for them to get some kind of clout.
Exactly.
That's it.
Well, look, let's take a quick commercial break. We come back, talk about Van Jones welcoming a new baby with his friend. And then a Black educator, she's causing a splash on Twitter over her teaching style. We're back when we come back.